There's the Hobby Stock main event lineup. Calvin Caitlin from Pierce, Arizona in the 64 starts on the front row alongside Tucson's 173 of David Fippen.
You point at me, I am but a lonely traveler upon your roof.
I gotcha. The 57 of Brian Love and Jerome Zane. Third row, John Hall and George Murphy with Miguel Romo and Vance Cast. Bringing you the field for the Hobby Stocks. 50 laps here, a little taste of the local flavor.
I was getting my my exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were out there running the camera.
I was.
Trackside.
I was. All right. Well, any of these Hobby Stocks that you're eyeing before we go green?
I was going to look at the 6C car, but he made a stop.
Oh, you were checking out that 60 car.
I like Earnhardt in the 3, outside row 3.
What about the 057? How about that start?
We are green. 50 laps.
Yaki's still on the track.
Brett is still racing.
And he's going green. This is the... Well, I guess that's fair. He started half a track back.
Yeah.
Let him race. We're going to see what the officials call the 057 had a very good start to the race.
John Hall. John is a newbie to Hobby Stock racing, and Brett's already caught the tail of the field. So
please let him just keep running.
Yeah.
Here he comes.
Pass them all.
He's like, guys, this car is way faster than
He's
yesterday.
going high.
All right, he's going to park it. We got about him for second.
All right. We got the 057 of John Hall battling the 73 of, well, technically it's 173, yeah. David Fippen. Fippen working the outside. That is 12 degrees of banking up there.
There is a 1.
Is there a 1?
There's a 1.
Okay.
He must be a dirt track racer because he can't barely see it.
All right.
Oh, man, we're going 3 wide.
3 wide. Look out for that wall. Brian Love on the outside, cranking the wheel. Earnhardt in the 3 down low. That's George Murphy. And the 7R, Miguel Romo in the purple number 7. That's all a battle for 5th.
Well, this is the one side-by-side duel we've got, so let's watch it.
Yeah, meanwhile, the 64 of Calvin Caitlin up front has himself about a...
Catlin.
Sorry. I made that you interviewed Calvin when we were here for SRL. Battle for second. And Hall's going to try to slide up, but can't get there. Hall down low in the 057. Fippen looking at a Hall going by. So battle for second ends with Hall
Life is
ahead.
a hallway.
Now this was supposed to be Jennifer Hall, who's also running in the super late model race next. She was supposed to do double duty, but because of the schedule had this race first, she's like, nah, Dad can go.
I wouldn't be surprised if she set that up from the beginning.
Yeah. Here is the 3 and the 7R.
Getting some real Scooby-Doo vibes from the R on this number 7. Ruby, Ruby, Roo.
Miguel Romo out there.
We're going to see more of these guys battling, but here's your leader.
Yep.
It's Catlin.
Now ahead by a second and a half. A little bit more than that.
Does it look like the lead is shrinking a little bit, or is it growing?
Well, it's actually on the stopwatch. On the scoring, it is growing a little bit.
But it looks like it's shrinking?
Maybe in certain spots. Because it was 1.6 last lap. This lap, 1.3. You might be onto some. Romo still getting the pressure from Murphy.
Who needs a stopwatch?
when you can visualize.
Oh, yeah, they're wheeling those cars.
9/10 now, the difference between first and second.
Oh, it is very much closing in. However, this is still the best battle on track.
Yeah.
We will respect it. Do it for Dale.
Uh-huh. Oh, big wiggle there for the 7R. Miguel Romo with the wind here. We've heard drivers of the likes like tear them. Oh, now we got smoke from the 173.
I'm going to keep an eye on these guys just in case.
David Fippen.
They got very sideways. There's Fippen.
Yeah, Fippen now going to peel off.
He's probably Fippen out right now.
He probably is. And we're going to stay racing.
I get the impression that these two are just trying to stay side by side as long as they can.
Oh, look at the cross-under move there from Romo. Outside in.
All right, but Romo hasn't been running this inside line for most of the race.
Brian Love peeled off, coming back now onto the racetrack.
Yeah, that car was quite under pace for what we'd expect for Brian Love. Well, do you remember how long this race is?
It's 50 laps,
Yeah.
35, now 34 laps to go.
We got a long ways left for this one. Let's check out Brian Love in 57, just returned, about to get lapped again. And now there are live pit stops. Is it possible that the 57 came in, did
an early stop.
short pit? Yeah.
Did an early stop. There are live pit stops, but the problem is you're going to go 7 laps down when you do this.
The option is there to do
Yeah.
live pit stops. Hey, if the Truck Series was able to do it with a break, why can't we? Well, here's the battle that just won't give up.
And the closing rate that we had on second to the leader is now extremely gapped.
Reversified.
3.1 seconds. The difference between those two now.
It could have been heartbreak, you know.
Yeah.
All might have seen Fippen go up in smoke and just couldn't do it anymore.
Maybe John's changing the radio station and got distracted.
Possible. Likely.
Well, there will be lap traffic for your leader in the closing laps because of this battle right here you're watching. Oh, they're playing games with each other now. Romo's going to pinch off the entry for the 3 of Murphy. Remember those two did a crossover move?
Did you say in the closing laps?
Yeah.
We got 30 laps to go.
Hey.
We're not even halfway.
It's a good long book. Here is your lap traffic. So Catlin looking low. That might be the safer move. And the lap traffic's going to give your leader a break because for the first time in a few laps they've been single file. And now they go back to battling. How respectful. That is a respectful race there for fourth.
I mean, they could have stayed side by side. That
They could have.
Kind of nice. Give the 64 a bit of a challenge.
It's when they find themselves in that situation, they're going to remember what they have done, and everybody's going to respect them for it. If you choose to believe in respect.
Oh, the 3's got to run.
Well, the 57 of Love is now up to pace. So whatever they did in the pits did make a difference. Here they come at you, the speed shot. Vroom, vroom, vroom. That was convincing, right?
I'm glad we're still doing the sound effects for our race cars.
Yeah.
Here we go. To the inside. Murphy.
You saw the run. I mean, that was straight
What
up.
a run.
That was a straight up slingshot.
Oh, no.
And into the wall goes Murphy. It was a moment of time where we knew something like that would happen.
It was so good for so long, and it turned so bad so quickly. The 7's
Romo,
just gone.
look at this stunt move.
Yeah, I'm going to give that a 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Oh, they're still racing.
And Murphy's going to drive away relatively unscathed. Maybe need to change the lining of the seat.
Tempers overflowing. They know they have lost.
And we might have a replay queued up and ready to go. says Sarah.
Well, are we ready for the replay, or should we see what happens right now first? Like, let's be real. How often does TV say, "Hey, let's see a replay," as
And
you
then
know
they-
bad things are about to happen? I think these two are okay.
I think so.
So let's see that replay.
Sure. Here it is, down the back straightaway. And I don't know, you can call it in many ways.
He was just trying to rattle his cage.
Either I was kind of thinking that he was, got arrow tight, like you see on Sundays.
Oh, yeah.
Because it is Sunday.
Well, let's see it. Let's see it in slow motion.
Yeah.
How about that?
We can really diagnose it at that point.
Yeah. I want to see. Maybe you'll see the gloves turn right.
Let's see, going into 3.
Oh wow.
Oh,
What do you call? What do you call?
I think
you
think
think
you're
it
right.
was-
Rattle the cage. I think what happened
He was trying to. I mean, you did make a point. Maybe he was going for the side draft into the.
All right, well, we're gonna. I do wonder now that the gap is completely closed between first and second. Could Hall have been saving for this opportunity? We go back to green. Well, Catlin now back out to the lead. And a scoring update. Love did get a lap back.
Gotta love it.
So 6 laps down now for the 57.
I still show him 7. We have different timing and scoring.
Do we?
Yours is probably more accurate than mine.
Mine says that the. Oh, yeah, look at that. The difference is 7 laps, but the gap is 6 laps. But. Yeah, that's. Okay. Well, then maybe a lap. Got a lap back. Maybe not.
Maybe not. See, yesterday we had all the cloud cover. Today I'm asking you where we left the sunscreen.
It's in the car.
Where in the car?
By-
Tell the people at home where in the car.
By the shifter.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It's in a tube.
Oh, that's. I didn't think that was sunscreen.
Yeah, what did you think it was? Vaseline?
Battle for second starting to brew up.
Yeah,
It's close enough for me to change the topic.
the 80. Jerome Zane trying to reel in John Hall in the 057. The difference between those two, it's a little over 10th. I'm sorry,
the
a
hood
second.
is flapping.
A second.
It's quivering.
I think it's slideways. Look at this 80. Going into the corner, that weight is starting to really try to come around. 20 laps to go, 19 at the line. The race is not over until the checker flag waves, so don't be getting too confident if you're a racer or if you're a spectator. The battle for fourth looks like it's getting ready to pick back up.
It better. Now, here's the deal. We know Murphy spun out the 7, but if this was iRacing, Murphy would probably be blaming the 7.
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell.
This is not iRacing. This is real racing.
Oh, you know what else is? Battle for second.
Look at that, the Monte Carlo. Getting after it. You and I raced a car just like it. And that car, the way it's driving is exactly how I drove it.
Yes.
And you can see the result. You always lose time when you're sideways.
That never gave you less throttle though. Wow, that 7 got very sideways out of turn 4.
No, it never did. I never slowed down because I was sideways. I just tried to deal with it.
Well, the battle for second calmed down quite a bit, so we'll see what's going on here. It'll be 15 laps to go as they cross the line. Hall pulls away from the 80 of Zane. And then this duel, Romo and Murphy. Uh-oh. Do you see what I see?
What do we see?
I'm looking at the hood of the George Murphy.
Uh-oh. Murphy's got to run. He's going to take it to the inside.
He is.
Picked up a slingshot draft there in turn 2.
But look at the right front of this car. That hood's starting to...
Oh, yeah. But, Jeffrey, these things are made of real metal. They're not going to blow up.
I disagree. I've done enough trailer races with a 100-pound hood on a Lincoln, and it has definitely flown away.
Yeah, I guess. Battle for... Never mind.
Battle for lap
I looked up Love, and I got excited thinking that was 80 for a second, and then I realized the number was not 80.
I just wonder if this rivalry will continue. Everybody knows that the biggest payout, the biggest difference in pay is between 4th and 5th place.
Yes. You might not get on the podium in any of those spots, but you don't want to lose $5. Especially when gas in Tucson, Arizona is $2.71 a gallon.
You could get away with a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I got to give a big shout out to Catlin. 4 1/4 seconds out ahead of John Hall. Catlin not scared an ounce when Hall was closing in, and has just been running steady lap times. Fastest lap time was a 19.5. Last lap at 20.4. Second, just about a second difference. But that 64 has not wiggled, has not bobbled, has not smoked. Neither has the driver.
No
Of
smoke.
the 64 of Calvin Catlin.
At least Love's getting sideways. You know, these cars, comparing the speed, obviously, to the super lights, they're not as fast, but they're not easy to drive.
No, these things are not race car prepped. I mean, they turn them into race cars, but
they were not born race cars.
Yeah, they were meant to get your groceries back in the 70s and 80s.
Who is it going to be? Romo or Murphy? 7 laps to go.
I'm going to leave you to it. I'll be back later.
You think so, huh? Six laps to go for Calvin Catlin. Currently with a 5-second lead over the 0.57 of John Hall. Jerome Zane another 4 seconds back. And then you got these cars 1 lap off the pace, but still battling hard. And it is the tightest battle. It's why we've been showing it. Plus, they've already had a little bit of contact. So let's just say history can always come into play when you're looking for potential incidents on track. Just ahead of them, Jerome Zane in that number 80. 4 laps to go. There's second place, and there's your leader. Right now, Calvin Catlin is running almost half a second faster than the field. Ooh, a big Murphy really pushed it through turn number 4 that time. Had a fast closing rate and then a fast decel. 2 laps to go for Calvin Catlin. The 64V absolutely dominating the hobby stock race here at the Turkey Shoot 2023. He's going to come out of turn number 4. The white flag is presented. Now the question is going to be, can he win by 10 seconds? Because he was 0.8 of a second faster than the field that time. Unbelievable. Well, out of turn number 4, the fastest car is going to win today. Calvin Catlin takes the victory. And the differential, first to second, is going to be 9.1 seconds. John Hall finishes second. Jerome Zane third. Miguel Romo holds on for fourth over George Murphy. Brian Love, with his mechanical issue, finishes sixth. David Fippen not going to finish here, and Vance Cass did not start. All right. Well, there was no question as far as who was the car to beat here today. And even with a mid-race yellow, was able to keep his equipment under him, keep those tires happy, and he's going to pull it into victory lane. A hobby stock winner here today.
Bringing home the big prize and the big check.
And a little bit of donuts. And a nice parking job to boot.
All right, Calvin Catlin! Calvin, look at that! Woo! That's some serious money right there, buddy! Come here, bud. We got a trophy here, a pretty little girl here. Get a little love there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Buddy, what do you think, man? You went out there and everything, you kind of set the pace, you stayed kind of calm and neutral and everything, and you just let the race come to you.
Yeah, you know, we just kind of stayed with the tire management once we got set out there. Just kind of kept asking my spotter to keep them close to me so that way we don't burn up the tires too quick because, you know, yellow came out there about halfway through the race. Who knows what could have happened if I burned them up too soon, but definitely want to thank Vance Cast, Delta Trading Group, Home Concepts, my Uncle Ricky, my wife, my children, just everybody who helps me out, the track, you, Pete, for coming out every week, rooting everybody on, man. It's been awesome. Just got to thank everybody for coming out and supporting the racetrack. Yeah.
Big check, buddy. You got a big check there to show off and everything. Show that check off for the picture, for the fans.
Look at that trophy, though.
We might have to send it off. We had a little incident where the wind blew it over, so we're going to probably have that checked out for you, okay? Look at that trophy. Let's get some pictures of the trophy, girl. We got to do the NASCAR required pictures first, okay?
So Calvin Catlin is our winner here in the Hobby Stocks. It is Sunday, and we have made it to the finale. 125 laps, the turkey shoot, the 8th annual turkey shoot, getting ready to come up next. Going to be driver intros on track, so a little bit of prep beforehand, and we will be back for the main event of the turkey shoot weekend here at Tucson Speedway.
Catlin, your 2023 turkey shoot winner. There he goes. Going to do a Spider-Man routine. There he goes. Every race win, he goes up there and does that and everything. Gives everybody a high five and everything. Calvin Catlin.